Okay, so we are straight off of filming my what I read video, so if you're interested in that, I will leave it up above. But now we are here with my what I watched in March video. I didn't actually watch that much in March, so this video is going to be relatively quick. I always say that and then it ends up being like so long, but let's just get into what I watched. Let's start with TV. So first I finished Insecure, so season 5. Love the show. Talked about it a lot last month, so I'm not going to go too into it this month, but I love the show. I think that it's amazing and important and funny, and I just really love it. I'm so sad that it's over. I'm going to probably rewatch it at some point, but I love it so much. It's a very special place in my heart. Then I watched Gilded Age season 1. This is on HBO Max. This is a show about the Gilded Age in New York, and about families and old society New York versus new society New York. People coming in, trying to build up New York City, stuff like that, and like their beef is very interesting. It's way more interesting than I thought. I originally put it on just kind of for funsies, just kind of, I couldn't decide what to watch, so I was like, this looks interesting, I'm gonna throw it on. And I got Girk into it because he saw me watching it. Way more interesting than I thought, but it's funny. It talks a lot about society at that time, obviously, and it's intriguing. It's almost like kind of an American version of Bridgerton, a little bit, not as romance heavy or anything like that, but I would say a little bit like that. It's like a Americanized version. Then I watched Archive. I think it's actually called like Archive 81, the Netflix show, mystery, supernatural, culty. It is very intriguing. It's very mind-blowing. It's very what the fuck. They definitely left it on a cliffhanger, so I know there's going to be more seasons. It was so intriguing and original, and I really enjoyed it, so highly recommend picking it up if you're into any of that sort of, in any of those themes. Definitely pick it up. I thought it was really good. Then I started rewatching Gilmore Girls just because it's so feel good for me, and I just needed that right now. So I started rewatching Gilmore Girls, and then, like always, I got Girk into it. He has always said that he doesn't like Gilmore Girls. He has always said that, but he's never watched it. He has always just judged based off what other people say about it, which I feel like there's always positive things, but whatever. So I started rewatching it, got him into it, so now we're watching, in March we watched season 1, we're now on to season 2. Love it. This is so wholesome for me. It's just so feel good, and it's like a warm cup of tea. It's literally like the perfect amount of wholesomeness, but still there's like drama and stuff, and I love it. I love Gilmore Girls so much. So that's all the TV shows I watched. I told you that was really quick, and I only watched 3 movies, so let's just get into those. And what's funny is I actually watched all of these just in the last week of March. So it was possible that I almost didn't watch any movies this month. First one was Free Guy. It was way better than I anticipated it being. I don't know why I thought that it wasn't going to be good, but this was really good. And I love like video game sort of stuff like that. I love it. I really like sci-fi actually. So this kind of being not necessarily sci-fi, but very video game heavy, technology heavy, AI, that kind of thing. I guess that is sci-fi. I actually really enjoyed it. I don't know why I had it in my mind that this wasn't good or that I heard it wasn't good, but it was funny, it was interesting, it was actiony. I really liked it actually, way more than I thought that I would. Then I watched Spiderman No Way Home, and this is is it gonna be the final Spider-Man? I mean, I think there's gonna be another one, but this was kind of the wrap up to like those 3, like what was going on in that storyline. I'm pretty sure it was good. It was really good. I love Marvel movies, so really no surprise here. It was about what I expected. I thought it was so interesting to see all the different Spider-Men I guess, come together from the different universes, and I thought that was interesting because it's kind of that crossover of DC and Marvel, and so I thought it was interesting that like in their world they didn't even have in Avengers, and like that makes sense if it's a DC based universe. So I thought that was super interesting. Definitely geeked out about that a little bit because I just thought it was like a really cool way to spin it, and a cool way to explain why this world has Marvel but also has a Spider-Man. I just thought that was super interesting. I do stand by that. I think that Tom Holland is the best Spider-Man. I stand by it. I do. I think he's the best. I think he fits the description of Peter Parker perfectly. Like, he just acts like a kid still, and I feel like the other ones didn't necessarily. So I really liked it. I do. I really liked the storyline of this one, the incorporation of Doctor Strange and all of that stuff, the multiverse, and I think it sets up the next coming Marvel movies, the upcoming ones in the next 2 years, really, really well. So I did like this one, but I expected to. It didn't exceed my expectations, but it definitely didn't disappoint. Then we watched Death on the Nile, which I read the book this month as well, and I actually did not like the book. I thought that the book was actually pretty bad. I didn't jive with it at all. Too many characters, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I talk about that at length in my what I read in March video. This one, yeah, it just was not, the movie as well, I'm saying, was also not for me. Like, I don't know, maybe I just don't like the storyline of Death on the Nile. I definitely liked the movie better than I liked the book, that's for sure. But even the movie, I just wasn't super interested. And I loved, is it also called Death on the Orient Express? Murder on the Orient Express. I loved that movie. Haven't read the book or anything. The only Agatha Christie I've ever read is Death on the Nile, but I loved that movie. But for some reason, this one just bored me so much. I don't know. This one was definitely a flop for me, book and movie-wise. Part of me wants to like pick up other Agatha Christie works just to see if maybe Death on the Nile wasn't for me, because I did like Murder on the Orient Express as a movie, but I didn't like Death on the Nile. But I wonder if that's just a Death on the Nile thing. So then that makes me think about the books too. I don't know. Whatever. But that's everything that I watched in March. If you guys watched anything really, really good in March or even like this year, definitely let me know. I always love recommendations. I hope that you guys like this video. Be sure to like and subscribe to see more content from me, and I will see you guys in the next one. Yeah, bye!